When I'm overcome with feeling hopelessness and desire, I don't doom scroll on Twitter, I doom scroll on Etsy. I have found some terrific things on Etsy over the years, and today I'd like to share with you some of my favorite search terms on Etsy. The number one thing I search on Etsy is kitschy earrings. I'm a kitschy girl, I'm a kitschy style person. I love when earrings are shaped like something. I don't really like abstract or fancy earrings. I want my earrings to have art school teacher vibes. So I look for kitschy earrings, and sometimes they come in acrylic, sometimes they're little plastic figurines that someone drilled a hole in and put onto an earring. There's no telling what you'll find when you search kitschy earrings, and that is precisely why I search it so frequently. Next, I really like to find my t-shirts on Etsy. This t-shirt is from Etsy. Typically what I put in is weird t-shirt, film t-shirt, music t-shirt. You can get even more specific and strange with it. Surrealist t-shirt, absurdist t-shirt, quirky t-shirt, just something to give the algorithm something to work with, not give you generic designs that were shat out by an AI. So browse carefully. I'm a really big fan of 80s bell charms. I have a plastic chain necklace that has several bell charms on it already, so I like to search vintage bell charm on Etsy and see what comes up. Bell charms came in all sorts of shapes and colors and sizes. This is my bell charm necklace. Calculator, toilet that opens and closes, the Statue of Liberty, a banana with googly eyes, and this is a vintage telephone bell charm that I got on Etsy. There is also this genre of necklace on Etsy that is a custom acrylic necklace. Tell the vendor what you would like your necklace to say, and they will custom laser cut it with acrylic. This is one I asked the shop running with scissors to make me that says self-aware. You can choose the color of your letters, you can choose the color of the backdrop. There are a lot of ones to choose from. Running with Scissors is the best example of this that I have ever seen. They offer a one-line option, and I've also seen them do a two-line option, so you could potentially have something like a sentence. And I just love this. It's just so fun and funny, and I put it in the Barbie font on purpose. Another thing I like to take a look at on Etsy is the poison ring. I look for poison rings on eBay too, but Etsy has custom made or newly crafted poison rings, and I find that I can search for ones that are in the size I want on Etsy as opposed to eBay. I'm always looking for a poison ring that I can fit a little Xanax inside, because I think it would be quite delightful to be in the middle of like a very stressful brunch, open my ring, and then take out a Xanax and take it. I don't know why, I just think that'd be funny. So, poison rings on Etsy are very diverse in terms of what you can get in terms of size and color and metal tone, lots of cool stuff. I also look for novelty buttons on Etsy. This shop called Flip the Record has some really cool reproduction buttons that you can pick from in different sizes. So these are my 2-inch buttons, I believe, and then these are my 1-inch or 1.5. So I have Question Reality in the 2-inch size, and then I'm looking for a sweetheart in the 1 or 1.5-inch size. Love Flip the Record. They have a ton of options to choose from. The next thing I would look for on Etsy if I was, moving into a new apartment or maybe a new homeowner, I would look for ashtrays. I don't smoke the electric lettuce anymore, but I keep this ashtray around for my incense, and it is resin-coated sprinkles. So I'm sure you could find really delightful ashtrays like this on Etsy, because I did, and I love this one. On Etsy, I'm also always looking for a unique headpiece, headband, headgear situation. There's one shop that sells like a headband with a lobster on it, another with melting clock that can go on your head. It's stuff like that, like just kind of like surrealist head pieces that I'm always on the lookout for. They are, of course, pretty expensive. I have never bit the bullet and gotten one, which is probably a good thing, but if I ever need to go to like a Salvador Dali themed party, then hey, maybe I'll get the melting clock headpiece. So it's worth it. It's just worth a look. I just think it's fun. I also look for hats on Etsy, either vintage or handmade. There are a lot of really cool hat artisans, and there are a lot of really cool vintage hats on Etsy. Pretty much whatever you're envisioning in terms of a hat. Say you want something Victorian inspired or something from the 50s. You can enter that as a search term and select either vintage or handmade to kind of narrow down your search on Etsy, and you'll find something close to what you're looking for. Another thing I really like to find on Etsy is the custom stencil. These are people who can laser cut their own stencils to whatever you want them to say. I've been considering this. I'm hoping to make a t-shirt for myself that says, you know, something wacky, or you know, I'm still workshopping what I want it to say exactly, so I haven't contacted the custom stencil person, but there are several custom stencil people, and I'm sure whatever t-shirt idea you have in your head, I bet these people could make a stencil for you. And you know, you just spray it with fabric paint, and I just think it's a really fun way to customize your own clothing. I'm also a really big fan of the indie makeup, indie nail polish, indie perfume they have on Etsy. There are some really cool artisans who are making really cool lip gloss, lip stain, nail polish, solid perfume, liquid perfume. There's just a lot of indie cosmetics on Etsy, and they're usually really good quality, made by people who are really passionate and unique. Last but not least, I really like the wigs that Etsy has to offer. Some of them are costume wigs, some of them are drag queen wigs, but they are all really high quality and really fun. When you have a specific occasion to wear a wig, Etsy is the place to go get such a wig. Well, those are my favorite things to search on Etsy. I hope you follow along and search them too. If you're worried about buying something out from under me, don't. I would like you to. I am consumed with despair and obsession, and I want you to put me out of my misery and take the objects of my desire away. Let me know what you usually search for on Etsy and what some of your favorite vendors are. I'm always very curious to see what other people are looking at on Etsy. That's all for now. Bye!